this place of recognizing that even in difficult times, there are some wondrous possibilities going on right here. There are some wondrous potentials waiting to unfold. Yes, we may have to go through a narrow little corridor, but when we give birth, that's a pretty narrow little corridor too. And so if we think in terms of when we're in these narrow corridors that are not necessarily easy to manage, but important to remember the intention and the end result, that it is moving us into the complete potential of birthing a new day, birthing the next part of ourselves, birthing the next idea that we are going to make manifest. What happens often is people get into these tiny corridors and then start second-guessing themselves and say, oh, I wonder what I did wrong. I must have really had wrong thinking. I must have really been doing something wrong, or this wouldn't have happened. I have been so blessed in my life to come through the things that I came through, to come through it with finding joy, finding love, finding spirit, to come through it and be allowed to have the magnificent experience of 3 extraordinary children, 5 grandchildren, the love of my life as my life partner. Wow, that's pretty good stuff. It's just amazing to be able to have those experiences, to be able to teach, to have the practice I've had, the profession that I've had for so many years. I was living what in my mind, in my head, in my emotions was a good life. And do you know the truth of it is? It was and it is. And last year, just a little bit before this time, I started not feeling well. And the last time I had been in a hospital, except professionally, was when my youngest son was born. He'll be 35 in December. So I was not best friends with hospitals or Western medicine. But I started not feeling well, and because it was just not a normal thing, I just figured, well, that'll go away. And it just kept getting worse. And finally I caved and thought, well, there's a time when we do need Western medicine. It's no accident that we have both East and West available to us. It really is yin in yang, yang in yang. The gentleness of strength, the strength of gentleness, that's the integration. So I caved and went to the medical community and was diagnosed with metastasized cancer. And I thought, well, that just seems so wrong in so many ways. And it was, you know, at that moment, that's what it felt like. It was a shock. And talk about being thrown into the deep end of the pool. It doesn't matter if this is your profession. Suddenly, when the doctor becomes the patient, it is a whole new point of view. And I made 3 agreements with myself. The first of those agreements was to stay off the internet. Because I thought, if I Google anything, I will just scare the heck out of myself. So it's like, that I'm not going to do. The second one, and this from a psychologist, is to not analyze anything. To just not analyze everything, anything. Not to try to figure out one thing. Because it wasn't Sandy who could figure it out. And the third one was the mantra that I used all the while that I was ill. And because my body had a lot to recover from, I got really quite sick. The third one was, show me what you want me to see. Just show me what you want me to see. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, whatever you want to put on the screen, on the inside of my forehead, whatever words, energy, feelings you want to run through my body, show me what you want me to see. I am here to hear. I am here to be fed. I am here to learn. Show me what you want me to see. And it was amazing in those weeks and weeks and weeks of being quite ill. When there was no way I could have thought through a linear thought anyway, even if I had wanted to. There would be moments when things would be presented to me almost like a pre-printed menu. It would come fully pre-printed. You know, and the page would just show up. And it would give me the information that I was looking for. It taught me so much more about humbleness. It taught me so much more about compassion, and I wasn't an uncompassionate person to begin with, but it cracked my heart even more wide open. It taught me about caring. It taught me a greater grace. And then it taught me the next level of healing. So, woohoo! You know, so that it's all really good. I'm great. I'm fine. I'm totally cancer-free. But I went through that. Thank you. it's really a great thing. And then what I saw too, because of the level of abuse that I had, and it was intense and it was sadistic and all those things, that it was like there was a place inside of my body that had sort of congealed some just difficult energy. And I thought, afterwards, once I was getting well, I thought, you know what happened is I had not known to remove that energy from my body in that way. So the surgeon went in and just lifted it out. Just whatever had congealed into a negative mass, just picked that puppy up and took it away. And then that was that. Then I could heal, because now not only did it not hurt in my heart, did what happened to me not hurt in my spirit or my emotions. Whatever toxicity was left had been removed from my body, and then I was allowed to heal that too.